Hey everyone, something exciting is about to happen. Not sure if you all remember this little thing, but this is going to happen. Oh, well, that's my sub count. So that's 2128, which is pretty cool. But that is about to happen. That's my view count. How many times my videos have been viewed. And it's about to clock over 99,999. So I'm going to run out of digits. I need to add a digit to this display. Now it'd be really cool if that number there was my sub count, but it's not. You could always dream. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm a little bit off at the moment, as you can see, but I need to extend this. I need to add another display on. I happen to have a display here that I'd pre-built for an order that someone cancelled. Let's take it out of the bag. This is using my Neo7Segment. So I built this quite a long time ago. It was one of the first displays that I made out of my laser cutter. And let's pull this apart to remember how it even goes together. Okay, let's unplug it. So, take the screws off. It's running a Wemos D1 Mini. I put this together well before I was making my own ESP boards. But the D1 Mini is awesome, and I love it, and I still use it in some projects. So we've got our back plate, which is just some glossy acrylic, 2mm thick, I believe. There are some, don't even know what you'd call these. I've got clear separators, spacers, I guess you can call. There's two of them there. And on this side is, let's just get rid of some of that glare if we can. There we go. We've got the D1 Mini that's sitting inside this groove. So we've got two different spaces here, and I think I made them the same, or are they different? I can't remember. Of course we've got the D1 Mini. Let's see if we can get that out. So are these the same? Yes, they are. Excellent. Anyway, so the space is to hold the D1 Mini in place. So it holds it there so the USB can plug in from the side. And then let's take these screws out. Here are all of the displays. I'll put that just down, and then there's a frame that sits around the displays, which looks really cool because it kind of lights up. And then there's the front panel, and the front panel is the transparent black tinted, whatever it's called. It's not fully transparent, obviously. Adds that really nice look to the digits. So, obviously I need to add a digit on here, which is pretty simple. Just a matter of putting a digit down and soldering it up. Except, the panel's not big enough. Now that would have been a problem, because my K40 can only cut about that wide. Not enough for another panel. But I just got a new 80-watt laser cutter, which cuts up to A2. So I can cut a new front, which will be wider, a new frame, which will be wider, a new middle section, which will obviously be wider, so I'll have to take these off and screw them back into a new piece, and a new back, which will be wider. I get to keep the spaces because they won't change. So I need to recut some more acrylic. And luckily I just bought some in varying sizes from A3 up to A2, so I can cut large pieces. So let's get cracking, cut some new acrylic, and put together the new sign. Okay, I've got my cut acrylic pieces. I need to obviously get the paper off them, which is so much fun. It's actually fine, there's nothing wrong with it. I just tend to cut a lot of acrylic, so I do it a lot. It gets a little bit tiresome, but as you can see, it's really not difficult. So this is obviously the tinted piece, you might be able to see through that. If not, that's okay, you will in a moment. Okay, you can see through it now. You can also see reflections of my lights and my camera. Okay, it's one piece. Beautiful. Put that down. Probably should have started with this piece, which is the bit that this has to be transplanted onto. I have to do some desoldering of those and some resoldering. So maybe we'll pause after this one. A bit easier to get off because the non-tinted and the non-matte, so the glossy surface, it's much easier to peel the paper off. Okay. Whoops. Got a bit too eager. Left a little bit behind. Okay, so I need to move this out of the way. I need to transplant this onto here with my extra digit, which is going to sit just there. I hope the holes line up, otherwise I'm in big trouble. So the first thing I need to do is desolder this section here to get the D1 Mini off so I can get it through the holes. So we're going to get the iron ready. Should be fairly straightforward to do this. Going to tin the iron just to make sure that it's ready and primed. Good. Okay. Might grab some tweezers. Hopefully this should be fairly easy to get off and back on again, of course. I don't remember what solder I used for this. Whoops. Got the plastic then. Okay, one more. I can get underneath it. Okay, excellent. I don't want to bend this out of shape too much because I want to keep the same alignment. Great, so the D1 Mini's off. Now I just need to unscrew all of these digits. I wonder how many of you remember me putting this together. Feels like forever ago. Excellent. So that's that piece off. I should be able to just, hopefully... Oh, these are using my solid ones. I forgot about that. They were the ones that I got that were not cut out properly from PCBWay. And then these are the ones from JLC PCB. So, the first digit is here. And it doesn't really matter which way this goes, so... Let's see if I can line this up and get the holes, get them back in. Hope so, otherwise we're in big trouble. Oh, why aren't you going in, mister? Oh, do we get it? Obviously these digits are only held together right now from their soldered pads. So these screws, there we go. Phew, that was close. A little worried then. Let's get these back on. And get this part of the job out the way. Now I'm not going to screw the last one in yet, because I actually want to grab that screw out and make sure that I pick the right one for the next two. Make sure I get the same ones, because I've got a whole box of screws. So I want to make sure I pick the right length. That looks good. 1 and 2. And I'll need 2 more nuts. Oh, nuts. Okay, so now I can put this one back in. They don't actually screw into the PCB, they're just, it's a fairly tight tolerance, that's all. So, how do we turn this the right way around? Now this whole time that I was resizing the sheet and working out what I was going to do. I kept thinking to myself, do I add 1 digit or do I add 2 more digits? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, screw fell out. I'll fix that in a second. We'll get one side in. Kept thinking to myself, do I want to future-proof myself to 1 million views? Because, you know, 1 million views is not, I mean, it's taken me a year to get to 100,000 views. It's not going to take me 10 years to get to 1 million. Obviously, my channel's growing, so it should be kind of exponential. But I'm thinking that doing this is a rite of passage thing. I feel like it's a rite of passage. So I feel like if I ever get to the need to have 1 million views, I should do all this again, or maybe I'll make a completely different counter at that point. But right now we have 6 digits. I need to solder these together, and I need to put the D1 Mini back on. So I'm gonna grab some blue tack just to hold this still so it doesn't wobble, and I need to cut some black wire. What I need to do first, and I will do first, is just tin these pads to make it easier to put the wires on. Okay, so I need some wire. So I need some pretty short bits. Okay, I've got some wire. I need to strip them. Hello, my strippers. I'll fix their lengths up in a moment. So we get one side stripped. Now, how long do I need them to be? About there. So if I can do them all at once. Let's try to do them all at once. Okay. Definitely need to trim the length of this one down. This might be going too far. I'll have to trim them all down. Not quite sure yet. Let's see what this looks like. I think they're going to be okay. Cool. So let's solder these on. Having pre-tinned them, it should be nice and easy, I hope. Oh, that's a bit long. I'll do that one in a second. Okay, now that's not the perfect soldering, but it's pretty good. I'm going to now do the other sides. Excellent. A bit more solder. And that first lot actually looks fine. I think we're okay. Won't know until we plug it in with the D1 Mini. So let's get the D1 Mini back in place. Pretty sure it goes in there. It sits like this. So this is going to sit like this. Okay, how am I going to hold that in place? Blue tack, I hear you say. And I think you are correct. Get some more blue tack just here, holding the pins in place so they don't move too much. Let's get some solder. That's 1, 2, lucky last, 3. Okay, now it's truth time. I'm just going to take this off so I don't bend the acrylic. I'll plug this in and see what we get. Make sure we plug it in the correct way. Oh, we have digits. Oh. Okay, not that you can really tell in this light, but let's do this. Aha! We are now 100,581 views and 2,143 subs. It's amazing what difference this acrylic makes, doesn't it? Okay, let's finish this off. Woohoo! Okay, we'll unplug this. Do that gently so I don't pull the cables off. Okay, excellent. So, what do we need? We need to take some more paper off. So we've got the front panel, which is going to have some paper on it. It's going to have some screws in it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Then we need the frame. So let's take the acrylic off the frame. I have to remember which way I'm putting this. To be careful because it's quite thin. And now that it's longer, it probably doesn't have anywhere near as much strength as it used to have. Okay, so I'm going to flip that over, so that's going to need to go on that side, so this is going to go here. Excellent. Now I need to take off the blue tack. Okay, let's hope this fits. You saw me peel it all here, like I haven't pre-tested this in any way. Why isn't that screw going in? We get to reuse some pieces. So, we're going to reuse the ends that held the D1 Mini, because they're the same size. Excellent. And we have the same pieces from the other end. Now we just need to take off the paper off the back, which is just 2mm glossy black. Shouldn't have cut my nails this morning. And that piece goes just here. So you can see the cutout there for the USB. Come on, in you get. Please fit. Why aren't you going in? Oh, there we go. Are we in straight? Are we in flat? I hope so. Let's get the nuts in. This is exciting. Been waiting for this moment for a long time. As I said, I wish it was my sub count that just hit 100,000. That would have been fantastic if it was. Oh, I should have cleaned my bench before I did this. Again, perils of being a maker. It's gone a bit dusty now. Oh well, I'll clean that off afterwards. Okay, let's plug it in. I mean, we've already seen what it looks like, but now let's get to see in the stand. And there it is. 6-digit stand. That was the 5-digit length. We now have 6 digits. And I can display my view count properly. Thank you all for watching. It's your watching that makes this view count go up. Thank you all for subbing. It's all the subs that make... Let's wait for it. Wait for it. That count go up. Let's see if we can make this count go up faster, folks. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you to all my patrons. You guys rock. Until next time, folks. Catch you later. Bye.